Yeah. Java, like that. Yeah. Right. ચાલે છે હરે રામ જય રાત માધવ કુંજા બિહારી जय रात माधव कुंजा बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Vasudevaya. Okay, we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9:34, and also chapter 18:65. They are both the same, more or less similar verses. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Okay, mam yad mam namaskuru. Mam evasyashi satyam te pratijane priyo asmi. Yeah, priyo asmi. So anyway, I'm going to actually, hopefully, you can all hear if this works. Hopefully should work. Where are we? No. Okay.
Man, devotee of Krishna, and Krishna does everything. If something mystic or magic has to be shown, the devotee does not take any credit for that magic, because the magic is done by Krishna for the sake of
Can you hear?
devotee.
Oh, no.
So he doesn't require to learn the art of magic to cheat the people. That is all. When magic is required, Krishna plays. Krishna is called Yogeshwar. Yoga is mystic power. And he is the Yogeshwar, master of Yogeshwar. Yoga, mystic power. Jatta Yogeshwara Hari. It's like Krishna was on the chariot of the Kurukshetra battle. Arjuna. Arjuna was facing enemies, big enemies like Bhishma, Karna, Dronacharya, and many others who were very, very powerful. Arjuna was nothing before them. They are compared with Timingal. Timingal is a big fish which swallows up the whale fishes. So Maharaj Parikshit said that although they were Timingal-like, they could kill thousands of Arjuna, but still, because you were protecting him, sitting on his chariot, they were killed, Arjuna was not. So, the devotee, he doesn't require to acquire any mystic power. What mystic power Prahlad could attain? He was only 5 years old. So there is no opportunity of acquiring any mystic power. But he was being protected by the supreme mystic, Krishna. That should be a devotee's point of view. Don't waste your time on acquiring so-called mystic power. Just devote yourself to remain a pure devotee of Krishna, and you become the supreme mystic. That is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajati jumang samejukta tamo. There are many yogis, mystics, but Krishna confirmed that of all the yogis, of all the mystics, a person who is always thinking of me, sadhyavan bhajati juma, yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratmana, always thinking me, Krishna, within himself. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna says he is the best yogi.
Okay. So there are four ways we can think of Krishna. Yes? So we'll read this verse, and there are two same verses in the Bhagavad Gita. So I'll start with 1865. Always think of me. Yes? Number one is always think of me. Number two is become my devotee. Yeah? That's number two. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. So you worship as you are doing here, coming Sunday, and you're worshiping Krishna. And then when you come in, you offer obeisances, isn't it? People offer obeisances here. Or you offer obeisances like that. Yes? Just, you put your head down a little bit. So that is called offering obeisances. So four things we are doing. One, you are thinking about Krishna. That's why you came all that way, wherever you're coming from. You drive and you make a point to come to Krishna. So you're thinking. Two, you want to become his devotee. You want to serve him. You want to do something for Krishna. So you either bring some fruit, or nowadays we have a list. You bring some items for Krishna, isn't it? You want to do something. You want to become his devotee. And then you worship. You come here to worship Krishna. And then you offer obeisances. How much? Then, thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my dear, very dear friend. Now, Arjun has two qualities. What are they? Anybody know? Two qualities? Arjun is a friend and Arjun is a devotee. Two things. So, Krishna is God, but in the initial stages of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is saying, how can I fight my cousins, and how can I fight my teacher? How can I fight my guru? This is not right. Because he's thinking about the bodily platform. Yes? But the whole Bhagavad Gita is to teach us about the soul. Soul is eternal. That's the whole idea of Bhagavad Gita. It teaches us not to be body conscious, not too much body conscious, because that's what we've been doing for life after life after life. We have to try to learn to serve the Supreme Soul, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. We are also souls, minute souls. We are called Anu. And Krishna is called Vibhu, very big soul, super soul. Krishna knows everything what we want to do. So we just have to act that we are lower than him and we have to serve him. Like you go for a job outside, you have to serve somebody. In the family also, in the house, you are serving somebody. You are serving your wife, or you are serving your parents. People are serving. Everyone is serving. Somebody is serving the country. Somebody is serving, a prime minister is serving the government, he's got MPs, ministers. So, but they are serving the country, see? So we all have to become more serious in our service. One way now in December, all the devotees go out to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. So here, on your side, on Srila Prabhupada's sides, you will see different books there. There are Srila Prabhupada's books, and it's a family business, it says. Yeah? And if we distribute even one book to somebody else, his life may change. So before you go, there are some sets. They're nicely packed as a Christmas gift. Yeah, and I believe they are just 15 pounds outside. It's all ready. So if you want to give a gift to somebody, Srila Prabhupada will be very pleased. And then if you don't have Srimad Bhagavatam set, do you know Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita? Anybody know the difference? Any idea, any clues? No? You know, like Encyclopedia Britannica or something? Yeah, it's big volumes, big, big books, yes? So it's like that. Srimad Bhagavatam is our encyclopedia about Vedas. And it's all to do with Krishna and his devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna himself. God is speaking. And he is speaking to his friend and devotee, Arjun. Two qualities he's got. He's a friend and he's a devotee. And Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna, and everyone is glorifying Krishna. And Krishna is glorifying his devotees in the Bhagavatam. Bhisma Pita is on one side here, Bhisma Pita. And other side is Pandavas. Unfortunately, Bhisma decided that he's going to look after the king at the time. So King Dhritarashtra was the king. So he was on that side because he vowed that he will look after the king of Hastinapur. So although he was on the wrong side, he had a lot of favor for Pandavas. He was always favorable. But one time, Duryodhana got angry that I don't think the way you are behaving, you are going to kill the Pandavas because you love them so much, you're not going to kill them. So Bhisma Pita being a Kshatriya, he has to keep to his promise. So he said, okay, tomorrow I will kill them all, Pandavas. So then Krishna, of course, he always protects his devotees. So then he comes up with a plan. Anybody know what the plan was? No? Any ideas? Anyway, Krishna then tells Arjun, because after the fighting in the morning or daytime, when it is sunset, then they don't fight. Those are the rules. So after sunset, everyone is very friendly with each other. So Krishna advised Arjun, because he's younger than Duryodhana, to go to Duryodhana's place. And there were 5 arrows in the palace of, or in the place of Duryodhana. And those 5 arrows were going to be given to Bhisma Pita the following morning, so that he can kill all the Pandavas. 5 arrows. So Krishna arranged for Arjun to go to Duryodhana's place. And Duryodhana said, come, how can I serve you? What would you like? He said, can I have those 5 arrows? So this is the arrangement of Krishna. So the Bhisma Pita didn't have the 5 arrows to shoot. You follow? Well, and the funny thing is, Duryodhana himself wanted Bhisma Pita to kill all the 5s, but the custom, the tradition that a younger brother is asking, older brother just gives. So it's all tricks of Krishna. Anyway, so Krishna always protects his devotees by hook or by crook. If you remember in the Mahabharata, after 99 sons were killed, then Gandhari, the mother of the Dhritarashtra's sons, the mother, Gandhari, she was so powerful because she was not blind by birth. Dhritarashtra was blind by birth. But she voluntarily put blindfold all this time. But when she came to know that, now everyone's died except Duryodhana, then she called Duryodhana, come at night time to my place, and I want to give you something, some power, extra power. Does anybody know what happens next? Any idea? Any clue? No? Yes?
Yeah, so Duryodhana went to bath, right? And after bath, his mother asked to come without clothes, basically. So Krishna knew that if he goes without clothes, right, then he will become own virtue. So what Krishna did is, Krishna So what Krishna did is, right, he asked us, him to wear something here so that he doesn't get embarrassed in front of the mother, right? So he goes by wearing something. So when his mother actually opened the eyes for the first time, right, after being blindfolded, all his body became, I think, solid except that part.
Correct. Absolutely. Everyone heard what Prabhuji, what is your good name?
Mohit.
Mohit. What Mohit just said, he described so nicely that all the body was, after she unfolded her blind, she could see, that power in the eyes made Duryodhan very, very strong, like steel. So the whole body was like steel, except for that lower part. And that's where Duryodhan was killed by Bhima. Bhima was told by Krishna, hit in that part, otherwise it's not going to die. So again, Krishna plays tricks. But why? To save his devotees. Okay. Sometimes it appears that it's wrong to fight below the belt. Balaram got very angry because he's a principal man, but Krishna is Krishna. So that's nice, Mohit. You explained very nicely. Okay, so now let's proceed again. The most confidential, this is Srila Prabhupada now speaking in the purport. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. So think and act. So devotional service means we have to do something. It's not just devotion. Yeah? Ghar mein bet kar, or here, just come and just don't do anything. Yeah? You can do. It's still better than watching TV or something, That is good, but do something. Service. In science or whatever, you know about practical and theory, isn't it? You learn a lot about theory. But actually, when you do some practical, then you feel that you're learning more. In a medicine course, medical, dental, pharmacy, any course, science course, you have to do those things, two things. Practical, first you do theory and then you do practical. So here, by learning about Bhagavad Gita, what do you want to do after that? You want to do something, do some service, act, clean the temple, serve prasadam, in the Haveli hall, you can come and volunteer as you want to serve prasadam. Nowadays, we are doing books, so somebody can come and help make cookies for the devotees. They go out. Sometimes it's for the devotees, but sometimes it's for the people who take the book. Here, there's some prasadam for you. You understand? So that's service, active service. What else can I suggest? So in the past, all day devotees go out, so they are given this, some devotees go in the kitchen and make some sandwich, some rolls, So all day they've got some prasadam. So now I think there's a group, they are making cookies. So if you want to help there, that's good, Bring some fruit for Krishna, bring some vegetables for Krishna, because every day we have, how many offerings do you know? Anybody know? Lordship gets how many offerings per day? 6 offerings. Okay, so we need fruit and vegetable. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Welcome. So let's move on. What does he say? Here, Srila Prabhupada is saying, life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. Yes? So when you, I don't know about yourself, but when I was brought up in Kenya, in Nairobi, we all go to the temple first. Have a very, we all wake up early, have a bath, etc. Then we go to the temple. And after worshipping, we go to school, and then the parents go to work. Then we all came home at 12 o'clock to have lunch. And then 2 o'clock, we go back to school, 2 to 4. And adults, they go to work 2 to 5. 5 o'clock, everything finished. You know, everyone finished. 5 o'clock again, everyone goes to the temple, worships, and then after that, my father was a teacher, so he was giving free tuition. You know, he's a headmaster, so he was giving free tuition. Yeah, so in India, my Guru Maharaj was saying that in the evening, the parents and grandparents, they always teach Mahabharata, Ramayana, Krishna Katha to children before they go to sleep. So the culture is there, even now. You know, elders will teach the children or read a Krishna story book before they go to sleep. So how many of you do that? Do you read a Krishna book or a sloka of Bhagavad Gita to the family, or do you sit together and read one verse in the morning or in the evening? Nobody. Yes, or somebody? No. Okay, but a few years ago I started, you know, this COVID, it got me to work a little bit more. So I have a group for Bhagavad Gita. And there I put 2 verses every day. Ideally, you read 1 verse in the morning, 2nd verse in the evening. In between, you go to work or you go to school or college or university, but you are reading 2 verses of Bhagavad Gita daily. So it's like a sandwich. Srila Prabhupada used to say, you know, sandwich. Yeah? But in ISKCON, we have Srimad Bhagavatam class in the morning, and then Bhagavad Gita class in the evening. This is what our schedule is here in this temple. But in between, we go out to distribute books, go to schools, universities, etc. You know? So you can still do whatever you are doing, whatever work you are doing, but try and read something about Krishna in the morning. Yeah? If possible, as a family. If you can't do it in the morning, personally do it. But in the evening, there is a chance that you can get your family together. It takes 2 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. Yeah? If you adopt this policy, you will see the family will stay together. You know? And they'll all like. Why will they like that idea? Because Krishna is in the center. Yes? Bhagavad Gita is Krishna in the center. And just try it for 1 month, try it for a week, or try it for a day. You know, in your regular life, do whatever you're doing. Read this 1 verse in the morning and 1 verse in the evening. So before the class ends, I'll give you my number to whoever is interested, and you can join that group. And do you know the beauty of 2 verses per day? Any idea how many verses are there in this Bhagavad Gita? So roughly, in 1 year's time, you've read the whole Bhagavad Gita. Did you know that? 1 year, you've read Bhagavad Gita. Then you can tell everyone, I've read Bhagavad Gita. Whether you understood or not, that's different. We have a Gita Life course here to help you understand. But at least you can be confident yourself that, yes, I read 2 verses a day, and in 1 year, I've read Bhagavad Gita. So who would like that idea? Anybody? Put your hands up if you think that's a good idea. Wow. So we've got 10 more customers or clients or 10, whatever you want to call it. Devotees, actually. You are devotees. If you read Krishna book, you read Bhagavad Gita, and then you are devotee. Simple. Okay, now let's just finish this, and then I'll take questions, yeah? General questions. Is that okay? Yeah? So then Srila Prabhupada says, one should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. So how can you practically put this idea? You know, if you go shopping, which you all do, for the home, for the house, think that Krishna is the owner of the house. I know it is your house, or whatever, yeah? But change the consciousness that this is Krishna's house. And I am going to serve Krishna. See, difference? It's the same house, same thing, but in your college hall or whatever room, if you are studying or something, that is Krishna's room. Keep it nice and clean. Most students, don't have time to clean. But this is, again, change of consciousness. I keep my room clean. Prabhupada, I think even in English language, cleanliness is next to godliness. Yes? You know that, isn't it? So if your place is clean, it's good. You're thinking about Krishna. Yes? So one day Maharaj went to one of the disciples' house, and then he was very happy, everything nice and lovely, but his bedroom was a mess. His bed was a mess, etc. So small things, senior devotees, they know, and they point out. And who is going to benefit with that instruction? That keep your place clean and tidy. You will benefit. Your paperwork, I'm very bad at paperwork, but, my wife has a go at me because it's almost 10 years I haven't sorted out paperwork, So, but if I clear the paperwork, it will be all gone. The place will be nice and neat, like this temple room, So even I have to learn, I'm still learning. So, tidiness. Keep tidy. Your brain also, if a place is nice and clean, you feel great, isn't it? Especially ladies, after cleaning so hard, the bathroom, for example, you clean very nicely, it shines. You feel happy. So do the same. Now, what does it say here? So if you go out to do your shopping, think that what would Krishna like? Not always what you like. What would Krishna like? Oh, Krishna would like some fruits. Krishna would like some green vegetables, good for health, So instead of potatoes or cauliflower, it's good to buy greens. I was told by Murli Prabhu, His Grace Murli Prabhu, he's the head pujari in Soho Street. His Guru Maharaj told me that in Soho Street, they are only getting cauliflower and broccoli and this and, potatoes. What about the Indian vegetables? So he said, there's no shops nearby. In city, there's nobody selling. So I volunteered that I'll go to Kingsbury, buy the vegetables, and I deliver. So Maharaj was very pleased that now Krishna is going to get proper Rajbhog, So just a simple idea, but now, it's happening. Every week there's fresh vegetables coming. And Radha Landaneswara is very happy. Here we also get vegetables on a Saturday, fresh vegetables. I should do that for about 2 years or something, Saturdays. So this we get from Edgware, Yarok. He delivers, or we deliver, we collect and deliver. So that's another thing you could do, bring some vegetables, bring some fruits for your own home, and then offer to Krishna. Okay? So what does he say next? He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours, he cannot but think of Krishna. Now, have you heard the story about a cobbler and a Brahmin? No? Anybody? Okay, I've got 5 minutes. So, this cobbler, what does he do as a job?
Prepare shoes.
Yes. So he's touching leather. Leather is not good. But in Gujarati, I think we call him mochi. Mochi. Okay. So, but this mochi, this cobbler, he was doing the threading, of the leather and whatever, making nice shoes. But at the same time, he was saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay? So the cobbler was doing that. So he was thinking of Krishna while doing his work. On the other hand, Brahmana like myself or pujaris inside, we don't do it, but I'm giving an example just to illustrate the point here. So Brahmana may, there's a drama, inside. We have a play, a theater, there's a drama. But those actors, they were doing nice drama. So the Brahman, he is actually putting headphones, and instead of listening to Gita or Kirtan, he's listening to rock music, for example, rock music, right? So he's not doing devotional service. Yes? So then both of them were asked by Narad Muni that when do you think you will get liberation? So the cobbler asked Narad Muni, rather the other way around. Cobbler asked Narad Muni this same question. When will I get liberation? I think, I have to take many births, Whereas the Brahman said, I am always doing puja, I'm doing puja every day, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I should, get liberation this lifetime. This is what the Brahman is saying, yeah? He's proud that he's a Brahman. So Narad Muni then went to Krishna, and Krishna said, tell both of them that I was putting a needle, putting an elephant through the eye of a needle. Very big elephant through the eye. Needle had a needle. It's very small. So Narada Muni was told to tell both of them that what he was doing, he was actually putting a big elephant through the eye of a needle. Just read that statement to both of them. So the cobbler said, he can do anything. He's God, he's Krishna. From a little seed, he can make a banyan tree. Anybody know banyan tree is so huge? So the cobbler said, he can do. He understood the point that Krishna can do anything. Whereas the Brahman said, are you out of your mind? A big elephant through a small, So he didn't have any faith in Krishna. He was doing things, puja and all this, but not with great faith. The cobbler, however, had a lot of faith in Krishna. So who got liberated? The cobbler, not the Brahman. Okay, so always think of Krishna. So now what does he say? And the Lord promises that anyone who is in such pure consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna. Yes, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection of Arjuna, as Arjuna. So this is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. We should follow in the footsteps of Arjuna. And then Krishna will look after us. Okay, I'm going to open the floor because we got about 10 minutes question time, question answer. So feel free to ask any question about Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or whatever you want to ask, really spiritual questions. Fire away. Madam at the back, any questions, queries? Gentlemen on the chair, any comments? Eye of a needle, so small. But Krishna actually has got, we were talking about, you heard about mystic power on the tape by Srila Prabhupada. There are 8 mystic powers. 8. One of them is the smaller than smallest, bigger than biggest. These are 2. So, Krishna actually enters your heart, my heart, everyone's heart as the super soul. You can't see him, but he's there. next to your soul. So there are two souls. One is soul, one is super soul. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, a very young boy, Brahmin boy, curses an emperor. Emperor's name is Parikshit. And Parikshit was thirsty while hunting. One day he was thirsty. So he decided to go to a sage's house, sage's hut, and he wanted some water to drink. But the sage was in deep meditation. He was just chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. He didn't open his eyes or nothing. He was just concentrating on the holy name, which one should do when you are chanting, you should really focus. So this sage was in meditation, pure meditation. But the emperor, the king, was very thirsty. And normal circumstances in India, especially, if you come to some Indian's house, they will welcome you. They'll say, come, sit down, drink some water, they'll give you water, and then make some preparation as hot food or something. And they will never let you go out without some prasadam. And that's general custom. So Maharaj Parikshit was aware of his customs and normality, normal people. But here, he was very thirsty and he got annoyed. So there was a dead snake around. So what he did is he picked it with his arrow or bow. He picked the dead snake and put it around the sage's head. So there was a dead snake there. No harm, but dead snake. So some little boys, they noticed and told another sage's son. He was Brahmin. Brahmins are very powerful, at least in those times. So the little boy, he said, without thinking too much, he said, whoever did this to my father is going to die within 7 days. So there was a curse on King Emperor Parikshit. And that's the start of the Srimad Bhagavatam. You can buy a set outside, it's 175 pounds, but it's what I told you earlier, it's like the encyclopedia, it's very big. It's got 18,000 verses in there, total 18,000 verses. So there's a book is available in English. So that's the start of Srimad Bhagavatam. So you were going to say something. That's a good comment. That's good. Thank you. So he had only 7 days to live, but this whole Bhagavatam is about 7 days. He had to live, but he had a guru, a spiritual master, Sukadeva Goswami, who was speaking the truth. And all the subjects you can think of, philosophy, religion, this, that, it's in that Srimad Bhagavatam. Anything outside question, any question you have, the answer will be in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the beauty about it. That's why I also call it's the Vedic encyclopedia. And actually it is called the literary incarnation of Krishna. So if you have that book in your, the whole set in your house, it's like keeping Krishna in your house. That's how valuable that set is. Another question from this corner. You ask a question? You must have a doubt or question. Bolo?
No, I was intrigued about the mysticism aspect. I'm a scientist myself, so I just look at it from a pragmatical perspective in today's material science. From a scientific perspective, the planet is insignificant.
Yes.
I was just curious, despite all these aspects of mysticism, how does it really apply to finding an absolute truth, so beyond the planet? So I understand everything is transient. To dedicate yourself to something, trying to find it, trying to understand that perspective. So it's interesting to talk about mysticism
Yes.
But yeah, I'm trying to see how does it apply in today's, practically today's world.
Yeah, you are a scientist. Now you can understand, like doctors also, that there's so much they can do for a patient. This is true, isn't it? Doctors try and save lives. And they do their best. But there are times when they know they cannot help. What do they say to the family? Generally? What do they say to the family? If they can't do anything, what do they say? That's it. So the mysticism is in the mystic power of Krishna. Yeah? Sometimes people are in a coma and they quickly come out of coma. Sometimes people are there for years. And then there's a question, do we turn the machine off or not? Yes or no? You know, big decisions. But then sometimes some people just come back to normality. So there's mystic. And here, in the class which Srila Prabhupada was talking about, this mysticism is there. But don't worry about mysticism. You just carry on with the service, and he is the greatest mystic. He will look after you. See? So when Maharaj Parikshit was in the womb of his mother, Uttara, there was this, well, he's a Brahmin, but his name is Ashwathama. And he wanted to destroy the whole family, whole dynasty of the Pandavas. So this Parikshit was also a member of the Pandava dynasty. So he wanted to kill this little boy in the womb, you know, the baby. So he did throw this Brahmastra. It's like a nuclear weapon. So he could not survive. You know, the mother would not survive and the baby would not survive. So Krishna comes in a mystic way, very small. He enters the womb and he protects the womb of the mother. So Krishna is there, present, and he shields the Brahmastra. Wonderful story, but it's a fact. So Krishna came in and then, you know, protects the womb, and Maharaj Parikshit is saved. So that little baby had that consciousness that somebody, Krishna, came. So he was looking for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So that's why his name became Parikshit. He wanted to examine who was that, who was that, who was that. So his name is Parikshit. Yeah, so as a scientist, we have to accept that there is a higher authority. You know, most scientists don't.
No, it's quite logical to me. So, human beings get a set of genetic instructions. So there is obviously something higher because of intelligence.
Yes. Okay, bolo.
I hear three names of Guru, Paramatma, Brahma and Bhagavan. So what's the difference in these three? Is there any difference?
Yes. The analogy Srila Prabhupada gives, sorry, the question is what is the difference between Brahma and Paramatma and Bhagavan? Yes? Three things. So Srila Prabhupada gives the analogy of the sun. Sun is a planet. And then sun is a person actually, first. His actual name is Vivashwan, is the sun. Sun God's name is Vivashwan. He's got a name like you and I have names. Sun God is Vivashwan. He's a person. That is compared to Bhagavan. And then around the sun is the planet. That is compared to the Paramatma. And then sun has got rays which comes through the window or here or outside, you know. You go to India, you get a lot of sun, but here, if you're lucky, you get sun, you know, sometimes. But otherwise, Srila Prabhupada used to say, England is hell, no sun. So hell. So anyway, but if you see the sun rays, you feel the heat and the light, two things. So that is Brahman platform. You can see the rays, sun rays, but not anything beyond that. Beyond that, the next stage is Paramatma, where you see the planet. And then if you can go even higher, and you reach the sun personality and you serve him, what can I do? You can't, because it's too hot anyway. You can't reach that. And at least you come in the temple, that sun or Krishna is actually in the Acha Vigraha form. This form is Acha Vigraha. He makes it easy for us to approach him. Otherwise you can't approach the sun. It's, you need a body which will be like the sun, heat. Otherwise you burn. You'll burn yourself trying to approach. But Krishna here, he is in his Acha Vigraha form. He is so merciful to us. And here it says, you should worship the form where he's, what Arjuna saw. That's the two-handed form of Krishna. So this is Krishna playing the flute. Very nice. Did everyone understand that example of Bhagwan, Paramatma and Brahma? Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagwan. Yes? So once you have reached the Bhagwan stage, like most of you, you come here, you accept Krishna as Bhagwan, then you don't need to think about the Paramatma or the Brahman stage. Yes? You're already. So it's like another example Prabhupada gives. If you got $1 million, you don't need to worry about $100 or $10 because it's already there, isn't it? Am I right? If you got $1 million, you don't need to worry about $10, $100. So that's, once you got Bhagwan, once you got Krishna, that's it. No higher. I'll tell you another thing. Arjuna was actually on the feet side of Krishna, and Duryodhana was near the head. When they were choosing who is going to take Krishna and who is going to take Krishna's army in this battlefield, there were two choices. And Duryodhana said, I was here first. To Krishna, I was here first. So I should be given the chance first to speak, what should I have and what not. He said, but Arjuna is there near my feet. I saw him first. I didn't see you. So this is why we always talk about lotus feet of Krishna, feet. So Arjuna is a devotee. He's near the feet of Krishna. And when Krishna wakes up, he sees somebody at his feet first. So, but anyway, the story goes, Duryodhana says, I was first. Okay, Arjuna said, you go first, no problem. He obviously wants the army because he thinks army is very powerful. And Krishna's army is powerful. So anyway, Duryodhana went for the army and Arjuna went for Krishna. So but that's a devotee. Devotee has full faith in Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj is an example. He's only 5-year-old, but he had full faith in Krishna. Okay, so that was a nice question. Was the answer okay?
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? This side, you didn't have a question? Query? Bolo? Right. Gujarati, English, Hindi? Young boy, what's your name? Divet. Divet. Bolo, a question? Any question? You are here today? No questions? Okay. So we'll do a little kirtan. Bolo. Correct. That's the next verse, 1866. I'll just read it quickly. Sarvadhamam parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami ma suchaha. Yeah? Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. Yeah? You don't have to do anything, just surrender unto Krishna. And what will Krishna do? I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Do not fear. Okay? Krishna actually looks after his devotees. Okay? One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. Okay? So this is, we are very lucky. We are seeing Radha Gokulananda so beautifully dressed. Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman and golden time. Chalo, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. We are going to have Aarti, so you can all stand up and face the altar. That will be very nice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
जय श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री गौनिताय की Srila Prabhupada ki. So as the Aarti ceremony is being performed, we'll be singing this song, the Gora Aarti song, which is there on your right hand side, coming from the ceiling. The lead singer, Govinda Prabhu, will sing one line at a time, and if you can repeat after him, and then we'll go on to chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati ko shobha Jayo Kiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati ko shobha Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati ko shobha Jana bhi tata bane जगमान लोभा जाना जाना भी तट बने जगमान लोभा बस छत्रधार निकटे